Welcome to the American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's the American Dream. Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to Settlers Bay. This is the only residential golf community here in South Central Alaska. I am your host, MJ Mata, and on today's episode of Selling Alaska, we are going to attend a charity golf tournament for VA Rep. So come on with me and let's meet their president, Steve Bohannon. Hey Steve, how are you today?
Hey MJ, how you doing?
Good. I'm so glad to be out here again on our third annual Stars and Stripes charity golf tournament. So tell us what VA Rep is.
Okay, I'd love to. VA Rep is the Veterans Association of Real Estate Professionals. We're a veteran service organization that helps veterans and military service members in the housing field. VA Rep's mission is to improve the lives of veterans through housing, education, and philanthropy.
Oh, awesome. And how do you guys do that?
Well, we do it several different ways, MJ. We educate veterans and real estate professionals on the VA Home Loan Guarantee so veterans know what their benefits are when they leave service. Our philanthropy piece is helping veterans and military service members through our VA Rep Cares initiative, and that's where we just give a helping hand to a military or veteran family that's hit some kind of hardship.
So this awesome golf tournament we're at today, we have all of these wonderful sponsors. What are they out here sponsoring and what are you fundraising for?
So this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And our golf tournament, all the funds we raise goes towards helping veterans in our community. We're fortunate enough to have elected leaders who are attentive to the veteran needs and are helping us craft legislation and get it passed that will help veterans in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm really proud to be part of this organization with you and appreciate you having us out here today. So let's go tee off for a good cause. On Settlers Bay Golf Course, and we're gonna visit my friend Caitlin, and she's gonna give us a tour of this luxury golf course property. So come on and tour with me. Hey Caitlin!
Welcome to Luxury Golf Course Living.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me today.
Yeah, this is one of the most beautiful homes here in Settlers Bay. It's notorious, everyone talks about it. This is the main heart of the home right here. Kitchen, open living, the vaulted ceilings, and look at that fireplace rock work from floor to ceiling.
This is absolutely beautiful. I see why everybody talks about it and why this is the favorite home on the course for sure. My favorite of luxury golf course living is the views. So can you show me around the deck?
Yeah, the great thing about this house is it has a view from anywhere you are in it. Let's go out on the deck. What a view.
I mean, this is just breathtaking.
Where else could you find a view like this?
I mean, honestly, you really can't here in South Central Alaska because this is actually the only residential golf course community. So out of all the courses we have in South Central Alaska, Settlers Bay is the only one that has residences on the course. So this is really exclusive. This is really special.
This is where a lot of the fun happens.
This is absolutely where I would be hanging out in this house. This is so fun. Got a bar, the pool table, fireplace.
And the fireplace.
So this is not the man cave. This would be the MJ cave if this were my house.
The MJ
This is
cave.
absolutely where I would be hanging out. Oh, I love this fire pit area and the gazebo. So I would have my morning coffee up on the balcony, and then I would have my evening wine down in this chair.
Are you working in between?
I'm working in between. Yep, I'm meeting and greeting players on the golf course to see if they would like to buy houses.
There you go.
So this is luxury golf course living.
Yes. Thanks for taking that tour, MJ. What are we gonna go do now?
Let's go ahead and meet some of today's sponsors that are supporting VA Rep with their fundraising efforts.
All right, that sounds like fun. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, and welcome to Your American Dream. I'm Amy Newharth with Signature Real Estate, and I'm at the Island of Hope and Healing, where we're going to meet with James Hastings to discuss Alaska Healing Hearts and how it's impacted the veteran community in Alaska. Hey, James, how's it going?
How are you?
Good. I want to say thank you for bringing us out here to the Island of Hope and Healing to talk about Alaska Healing Hearts and the impact it has made on the veteran community. So I first want to thank you for that, but
You're welcome.
I want you to show me around this awesome place.
Let's go check it out. Let me show you. Let's go to the chapter first.
Perfect.
This is it. This is our 6-day miracle chapel.
Wow.
The one that had stood, that was out here since the 80s, was not built quite to specs.
Okay.
To Alaska specs, and it didn't hold up. But we had a wonderful group that partnered with us. We came out in 6 days. We built this entire 24 by 36 structure, and this is our memorial chapel, and it's going to also be our community center for inclement weather and wintertime activities. So
That's awesome.
it's going to be kind of nice, but that's sort of the nucleus of what we do, I think, is that community piece of it.
Right.
Social reintegration is something that matters to us, and we began in 2010 when we realized the stress of deployment after deployment after deployment, lack of communication, just all the outside stressors. And again, being a military child,
Right. I know all about it.
a lot of your father's stress you absorbed. But that's one of the things we try to overcome, just tools and tricks of the trade, and the island's just a starting point for that. That, you know, this isn't to fix.
Right.
This is just to open the gate so we can have the communication about what's cracked, what's broken, what could use a fix. And those are the things we try to focus on, is what works best for you and your family. How can we help you be a whole person and have a quality of life and be enjoyable to be around and enjoy being around, and just a resource and an asset to your family and to your community.
Wow, this is pretty cool, James.
This is a sample of the average cabin.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular, but it's not just a canvas tent in the woods. The goal is to have a place out of the wet and to stay warm and be prepared for year-round activities, because we're here year-round.
So tell me about the families that come here.
So a lot of the families that come here, especially from the active duty side, are used to living on base or used to traveling around. They don't get to go out and camp just a whole lot. And if they do, it's on the military installation, which is a totally different experience.
Right.
So here, they're completely away from everything that they're used to, so it puts them in somewhere in a guarded status, somewhere in a relaxed status, but ultimately we want them to relax. So we do things like hidden treasures around the trail for the kids, and then the hiking trails, there's things to find and to create some memories from working together as families. But they can canoe, they can paddleboard and kayak, we can fish. There's got a beautiful beach for swimming with tons of floaties. I've got a pull behind with the boat, and we'll pull kids on the tubes behind the boats. But they become family as well, and that's the goal. Create families, create memories.
I mean, the world has changed. It's changed so much since you started Alaska Healing Hearts.
It has.
How are you changing with the world?
One of the things that we've learned, and I'm not going to say that the war is over.
No.
But now, after 20 years of this, the world is evolving. And one thing that we say, a warrior's strength is not measured by their size or feet or their strengths in battle. Their warrior's strength lies in their character and those that they serve. So what we're able to do is promote selfless service and servant leadership within our veterans outside of the military. But a warrior is not just that Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, Space Force person. Our police officers, our firefighters, our first responders, those EMS folks, they truly are warriors as well. So we're expanding our program to reach out to them and their families for the same reasons, for that same post-operational stress. So our future is to expand to all protectors.
Well, I appreciate you bringing us out here, and this has been phenomenal, and
I'm glad you came, and I hope that someone seeing this sees a couple of things.
Right.
Number one, they're not alone.
No.
You are never alone. There are no new scenarios.
No.
And you're not being picked on. It's just, how are you responding to what's happening in your life? Help the people around you. Fix your yard and then expand to the neighborhood. And
Yeah.
that's our goal,
No,
is to be an inspiration.
I appreciate that. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Melissa Hladnick, real estate and lifestyle expert here on the South Texas coast. Downtown Corpus Christi has something unique to offer, unlike anywhere else in the great state of Texas. It's a mixture of a seaside village combined with all the amenities of a big city. Today, we're going to be interviewing a local business owner that is carrying on her father's legacy. Let's go check out Shook Enterprises. I am so happy to introduce you to Caitlin Shook of Shook Enterprises and the Annex. Caitlin, thank you so much for taking time to share a little bit about your family's history and your new business here in Corpus Christi.
Pleasure is mine. Absolutely. We love talking about things we love, which is downtown and growing downtown.
Amazing. So give me a little bit of background on your family, how Shook Enterprises started, where that came from.
Yeah. So back in 1975, when downtown looked like a much different place, my dad opened his mechanic shop, which specializes in foreign imports, vintage. And we have been there over 40 years.
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy. Well, I'm sure over those 40 years, some pretty cool stories, some pretty cool experiences have happened over a few cold beers. And that's probably what stemmed into you and your sister opening the Annex.
Yeah, honestly, we consider our mechanic shop a living, breathing entity. It's like a grandpa. When you walk in there, you feel comfortable. On Friday nights, we would do beer and barbecue. And really, it's just that hospitality that also was an influence on Callie and I creating our bar, which is also automotive themed, which
cool.
We can't get away from.
Can't wait to share that.
Grew up in a mechanic shop. I'm like, let's throw some cars and car memorabilia in our bar. And it's why we started our kind of love of inviting folks in and encouraging them to have a good time.
So before we go over to the Annex, I have a really cool question to ask you. What is your favorite car and what cocktail would you pair it with?
Oh, well, okay, let's keep it to a favorite car in here, right? Okay, so behind me is an Apollo. I would pair this with the Amelia Island Ritz, which I'll tell you more about the Amelia Island Ritz when we go next door. But the Apollo is really fascinating. It has this great, rich history. It was ideally going to be the 1960s American sports car solution to all the European imports of the day.
Right.
All right, it's a handmade Italian body, but they put a solid all aluminum Buick V8 in there.
Wow.
So why that is a beautiful idea is back then, if you wanted to have your sports car worked on, you couldn't just go to your local corner store mechanic shop. They couldn't work on an MGA, MGB, etc.
Right.
But if you had a V8, a Buick V8, you could go to your local Buick dealership and get it worked on.
Genius.
But you'd be driving around in an Italian body.
Amazing.
So it was all the perfect things.
Well, she's a beauty.
Indeed.
So I would imagine with your dad being such a huge entrepreneur in the city that really motivated you and your sister to open this place.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, Callie and I both had a long history in food and bev and hospitality. In fact, just a block away was my first job bussing tables at Mamma Mia's. And so the heart of downtown and the love of downtown is deeply rooted in us opening the Annex.
The design and decor in here is amazing. What inspired that?
Yeah, well, we did not intend on being completely automotive, but the one thing I was like, well, I am not doing this, is putting in the 1953 Moto Guzzi Falcone. Chef's kiss.
Incredible.
Most beautiful. Oh, it's a piece of art. It's rolling art. And so we put this in, and then we have a lot of Monaco Grand Prix posters. We have a lot of automobilia. And so we just kind of accidentally, but kind of intentionally became an automotive themed bar.
Caitlin, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be here today and learning so much about your family history and your new business.
Oh, the pleasure is mine. I welcome anybody and everybody to come on down to the annex. We will have a cold one waiting for you.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes of these two very unique businesses. And if you're in downtown Corpus Christi, stop by the annex for a cold drink. See you again next time on American Dream TV.
Southern Oregon. Today we're going to be visiting Jacksonville. We're going to have a fantastic time. We're going to jump aboard the wine trolley, go visit Hummingbird Estate. Before that, we're going to have some fun around town, and then we're going to hop on over to Belita's Place, which is a fantastic Airbnb and spa. Get ready. Let's have some fun. Welcome to one of Southern Oregon's treasures. Jacksonville is small and sophisticated, a beautiful place to live, visit, and a great place to stay while you're exploring all of Southern Oregon. Originally, Jacksonville was the first county seat and was a gold mining town in the mid-1800s. There's over 100 historical buildings, and there's strict codes put into place in order to maintain the charm that we enjoy today. So we're so excited today to meet with Brian Dunn, who is the president of the Chamber of Jacksonville. Brian, tell me what's the motto of Jacksonville?
Thanks, Ellie. The motto of Jacksonville is we are the heart of Southern Oregon wine country. It has to do with our location geographically. We're the hub at the center of the wine industry in Rogue Valley.
What's your pet projects here at the Chamber?
The latest project that we started is the Jacksonville Wine Trolley. We're into our third week of service right now. It's a consortium of 9 vineyards and tasting rooms in and around town. It runs May through October, Friday through Sunday.
Sounds like it's time for us to hop aboard the trolley. The trolley lets you get on and off the trolley at your leisure, so you can visit 3 downtown tasting rooms and 6 wineries, all within a mile of downtown. Oh, by the way, there's another trolley in Jacksonville too. The standard Jacksonville trolley is a bit more family-friendly, and I'd highly recommend it for all the history buffs who want to see some Victorian architecture and hear about local history. So here we are at Hummingbird Estate. It's not just a winery, it's an inn, an event space, and a historic piece of architecture. It's a family-friendly place to enjoy live music and relax with some great wine. Megan, thank you so much for inviting us here. So, Megan, your family has owned this since 2017?
Yep, my family, the Walks, are the third family to own the estate. It was originally called Topsides, built by the Carpenter family in 1926. The Carpenters were a part of a wave of upper middle class New Yorkers who were settling in Oregon. They wanted to bring sort of what they understood as culture. And so when we bought it, my mom and dad wanted to be a part of this incredibly growing wine culture in Southern Oregon. My family is sort of opening up the space to the public and saying, come on in, see what this place can be. This is a timeless spot. You can come here and look out into the most magnificent view of the valley that you're going to get. And so you feel peaceful, but it's also a space that's lively.
So here we're with Belita, one of the most interesting Jacksonville citizens. She pretty much does it all, so I don't even know where to start. So Belita, what brought you here to Jacksonville?
I literally Googled my way here. So I literally typed in best small towns in America. An Architectural Digest article from 2019 popped up and Jacksonville was number 2.
What's it like to live here day to day?
It is like living in a Hallmark movie, but it's real life. So it's picturesque, it's beautiful. It's like living in a little slice of history because our whole downtown is historic. We're actually a historic landmark.
Is this house a historic home?
It is. It was either moved here or built here in 1902 by Captain Milo Caton, who was the first constable in the town. We're standing in the kitchen, which is part of my residence. On the other side of the kitchen wall is an Airbnb, a short-term rental with an adjoining spa. So I'm an Airbnb host and a massage therapist.
I just have to say, you are so lovely. Your home is lovely. I love your dog. And Jacksonville is just, is one of the most special parts of Southern Oregon. Thank you for inviting us in.
You're so welcome. Thank you for being here.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode featuring Jacksonville, Oregon. I'm Ellie George with American Dream TV.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting and fun-filled, hot and steamy episode of the American Dream TV. I'm your host, Rachel Dreyer, and today we are going to showcase a local festival in Sellersburg, Indiana. Let's show you around what this festival offers. I think you're going to love it. So I'm standing here with the president of Sellersburg Celebrates, Miss Candy Gray.
Hey, everybody.
So Candy, tell everybody how long this festival has been in effect now for the city of Sellersburg.
So the festival started in 1990 as a celebration for the centennial of the town, so 100 years. It was really just supposed to be that, and what ended up happening is people loved it, and we continued on.
How early in the year do you guys have to plan and prep to put all of this together? Because as you can see, it's a lot to do.
So yeah, we actually start around January. We actually really end it in October. So around October, we first start talking about, meetings, but planning really hits the ground running in January.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot to do. How many volunteers do you need for something this huge?
As many as possible. There's never such a thing as too many volunteers, Rachel. So we used to be run by a core group of about 6 people, which is insane that we were able to even operate.
Not enough.
Never
this
enough.
Huge of a festival.
No, but now this year we actually are a little bit better. We've got probably about 40 to 50 core people, and they are the ones that are really making it happen. And honestly, we wouldn't be able to do it without them.
If somebody does want to volunteer, Candy, who do they contact and what do they need to do to get involved?
Great question. So they just need to go onto our website, sellersburgcelebrates.org, hit the contact us form. If that email actually goes directly to me, I'll reach out to you and we'll figure out what it is that you want. We always want you to take ownership in the festival. Rachel, for instance, she took some ownership last year. I said, hey, we got a volleyball court, and I know Rachel loves volleyball. We wrangled her in and she took some ownership of it. We need you to take some ownership and come out and make some changes in the festival, and we want to see you.
Absolutely. All the volunteers are always welcome. So I'm here with Rick and Richie Cannon, father and son, magical duo here for Sellersburg Celebrates. Tell me about what you guys do and tell everybody how important you are to this festival.
So the first thing we do is we have to figure a year out from our in-kind sponsors of what equipment they're giving us, whether it's dumpsters, tractors, light trees, and we have to get all of our signage ready and tape line ready before we even get to the park.
Now, tape line, explain about what that is and what that entails.
So with tape line, we've got close to 700 stakes in the ground. It takes a whole crew of people to put stakes in the ground and run tape line, not only set up for the event, but also the parking lot.
And that's what the tape line is for the parking. Correct. And how long have you guys been doing this together now? How many years?
We've been 25 with the festival, 20 at ground.
That's amazing. And tell everybody also if they would like to help out a little bit for the grounds next year, how they would do so.
If you would like to help out for grounds next year, just let us know, because not only do we need people to help drive stakes in for grounds, but also for parking. So usually we try to get about 10 to 15 people to help.
Okay, so you heard it there. The more help, the better. They really are some of the main people here with the festival to really make this a success. Could not be done without these two guys, I can assure you that. So I'm standing here with Dan Farmer, the lead singer of one of my favorite local groups, the Juice Box Heroes, and his son, the Boss.
Yeah, Boss Farmer.
I love it. So tell me a little bit about what is it that you love about performing at these festivals?
I love the opportunity to have an all-ages show outside in the sticky, getting sweaty, and performing in front of all these great folks, and excited to be here at Sellersburg Celebrates today. This is our first time. We've been doing this for a long time, but this is our debut at Sellersburg Celebrates, so we're very excited.
So it's going to be a fun, hot night tonight. We're super excited about them performing. We're super stoked about the performance tonight, Boss. Thank you for being a part of this as well. Thank you you for joining me on this episode of the American Dream TV here in Sellersburg, Indiana. I'm your host, Rachel Dreyer. Hope you come see me on the next episode.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.